always more work to be done at stop number 6 on News 25's 25 teams in 25 days, where the Harrison Central Red Rebels prefer to keep doing what they've never done before. First-year head coach Tony Myers now calling the shots and refusing to settle for anything less.
25 teams in 25 days. Brought to you by Champion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Right, that's a good job. Good switch. That's a way to talk. Hey, let's go!
It all started, when Coach Myers got announced. New head coach, he started day one, and, putting in new everything, new culture, work ethic, just everything. It started in spring. Spring was very tough. He brought that winning culture from, Oak Grove and stuff like that, so he brought that over, made sure we worked hard from start to beginning. He was on our butt constantly.
I guess I'm coming from a winning tradition, so in my mind, that's what I expect. I expect these guys to push themselves farther than they've ever been and to be consistent about being in the playoffs and winning in the playoffs.
Harrison Central is just 1 year removed from its first ever playoff win as a 6A team and its first as a program since 1990. Tony Myers was the offensive coordinator on that 2020 squad under the recently retired Casey Kane, now going into his 4th season with the Red Rebels, expecting more of the same as the head coach and then some.
He was like, we're not taking this as a joke. We're still going to treat this as the same, get at it every day.
Winning that playoff game was big for this program, and I believe these kids took a step in knowing that they can compete with anybody in state.
The Red Rebels picking up right where they left off with 5 straight wins to start the 2021 campaign, but then came the Gulfport rivalry game, a defensive slugfest that saw the visitors escape with a 13-12 win. In total, Harrison Central losing 4 out of its last 5 games en route to an overall mark of 6-4, 4-3 in district, but still making the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row, losing at Brandon in the first round.
When we played that Gulfport game, it was the emotions of it. It did drain us a little bit afterwards emotionally, losing it the way we did. We felt like we had that game. We played hard. So the emphasis this year is to try to calm the emotions down.
The mindset is making the playoffs. Obviously, going out first round is not the end goal. State championship is. So losing in the first round, it was like dang. But we came back, we got in the weight room, and we worked on the stuff that we was messing up on a lot last year, and we fixed it.
When the Red Rebels do make mistakes, they just so happen to have one of the best improvisers in the entire state. Senior quarterback Christian Turner, now a 4-year starter under center, who led the team in both passing and rushing last season with more than 2,400 total yards and 20 total touchdowns.
That's my guy. He's QB1. I mean, he always gonna make the right decision. I'm gonna roll with it.
I want to be a true passer, but when things break down, you gotta make something happen.
It's easy when you have somebody that's a playmaker at quarterback, because as a play caller, you can call something and he can make you look good as a play caller. So Christian he's really good at just erasing mistakes.
Red Rebels losing more than 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns on the outside from Isaiah Atkins, as well as 143 total tackles from Raymond Collins, both recently graduated. The good news, HC brings back all 5 starters on the offensive line, as well as senior defensive tackle Amarion Ware, who's already getting some Division I looks.
Losing Raymond was a big loss, but one step down, one step up type stuff. So, we just had to feel that, and we just gonna go crazy. We always underdogs, but I like it because then I like to prove myself. I don't want nobody to hand me nothing, so they just gonna have to feel me when they feel me.
Despite having just a dozen seniors back this season, Harrison Central sitting pretty with 16 returning starters, 8 on each side of the ball. Certainly enough ammunition for the Red Rebels to dream big, still in search of a 3rd consecutive playoff appearance for the first time since becoming a 6A school in 2009, and quite possibly the last time as a 6A school.
What we're trying to accomplish this year as seniors, we're trying to do something that ain't never been done. We're trying to leave a footprint on the school, something they can build on as we move to 7A.
We go to Harrison Central, never given to us, so we gotta go win it all. It's the last ride, gotta do something big.
Harrison Central opens up the season with the first game of the Port City Bowl against Oak Grove, where Myers was previously an assistant for 16 years. Gulfport hosting this year's doubleheader, now starting at 6 p.m. on August 26th from Milner Stadium. And now it's time for some coaches' picks. Get to know first-year head man Tony Myers a little bit better. Favorite all-time football player, big Barry Sanders guy, and a big Tony Dungy guy as far as favorite coach goes. And then his favorite championship moment, pre-Brady Buccaneers fan. So obviously it's got to be that 2003 World Championship.